Well, let's try this for a third time in a row. It's saying that I don't have, well, I don't know. I don't hear any sound, but I hear it on my stream, so on my phone, so I guess I do have sound. Who knows? Anyway, welcome back to the Voice of Metal. Hopefully you can hear me. If not, well, I guess it's going to be one without any sound. And I'll be just talking out loud to myself. Anyway, hopefully you guys are doing all well. I've had a busy week. And last night we were talking about some of the songs with suicide, how much that needs to be addressed with people. And maybe I ought to make that part of my message every once in a while to do that, because I think that it's a very, very important topic, and very one of those things that definitely affect all of us in our lives, and how that it can be very bad when it comes to somebody that we care about and love, or we know very well, just like other things in life. But anyway, moving on to other topics. I haven't even looked to see what was going on in the metal world right now, so I have no idea. But I could talk to you about some of the songs that I feel are very are going to be big, maybe, possibly. Is there anybody out there? Is one I know is definitely going to be huge. I think it's a really great song, even though it's an old song. I still think that possibly people will start to hear that a little more, and a few other ones. I know I have another band. I think it's Decapitated and Motorhead, Machine Head, and they also did one with Ginger, and I think I mentioned that on the last stream. But they're really good, just the way they sound. It's kind of an interesting mixture of Machine Head, because they're heavy at times, but then they also have a good vocalist, the singer himself, which actually I would love to have him on with the other band's vocalist or singer, because the way they blended it together was really good, and so was Ginger, of course. Can't live without that. As far as other songs, we'll have to wait and see. I do know that some of my other favorites, all-time personals, are like, of course, the old stuff, like Happy and all this other stuff. And that reminds me, speaking of Happy, I ran across a video, and it's a reaction video, and I didn't get to see the whole thing, so I didn't really get to hear it, and I wish I would have. It's rather interesting. This one woman that's kind of like all kind of frilly, kind of looking, and she's all, prim and proper in her little chair, reacting to this, and I guess she's a voice, what do they call those people that do voice analysis, or not voice analysis, but speech type people. Anyway, it's rather interesting to see that kind of reaction video with Happy and stuff. So I'd like to see what that's all about. It'd be kind of interesting to react to her reactions to the song. I'm not even sure what how that works when it comes to the copyright type stuff, if it's fair use or whatever. I don't know what the rules and regulations are about that. I thought they couldn't do that, but maybe they can. Maybe there's certain stipulations on it, so I still have to look into that and see. I think somebody actually did post a video about how to do those, because apparently they're fairly popular. You get quite a few views from reaction videos, which is kind of interesting too. I've seen a few, because it's rather interesting, some of these people that got kind of interesting responses to some of the Slipknot songs. And the people were like Gen X, I think is what it was on the video, and the guy was talking about their reactions, and I thought it was really fascinating because they say, "Oh my gosh, they're doing all this kind of like, oh that's very this that or the other," and it was kind of interesting reactions um, for somebody that's used to the kind of music and how they perceive it. And some of them say, "Oh, I don't know if I can handle that." So it's rather interesting to see these people's responses to that. Um, I still don't even know why I don't have any sound. I can't hear it on my headphones, so I don't know what the deal is. Maybe my volume's turned down. Who knows? That's hard to say. Go figure. Um, like I said before, I think I'm gonna have to ask a couple people that I know or might know. It's one of those I've talked to them. They kind of know who I am, but they don't associate with me too much. That might be in some music and this, that, and the other, the music industry. So maybe we can get them on here and talk about some of their music and a little bit about themselves. I think that'd be great. And I know one is definitely not a metal musician, but she definitely does a good job singing. And I think is really an interesting sound. I love the way it sounds. Her voices and vocals are really great. So we'll have to get her on here. I just wish I had other articles on the news because I usually check into that before I get on here. And this time I didn't do that. I do know there's apparently there is going to be a change of people in the what do they call that? The Pantera band. The drummer has some things going on, and he will not be there for a while until he recovers. So hopefully he will recover soon, and everything's good with him because we definitely want to make sure that everybody's doing well. And that's one thing I do know about. And a couple of the songs that they were talking about, ooh, I can't remember now what the. Anyway, you know how it goes with operations and things like that. I don't even know what it's about. They haven't said anything about it or what it's for. It could be anything. Who knows? It's hard to say with you know, if there's some major health problems. It sounds like it might not be that much. It might be just a quick little thing and some recovery. So hopefully, I wish him all the best on that and his recovery for whatever it is he's going in for. Um, Let me see here. Hold on. Let me see here. Let me find out here. Well, so I know there was something. Give me 1 second. There was an article I saw something else just recently in the metal industry here. If I can find it here. Of course, I've got an ad up here that figures. Oh, here we go. The 10 most metal artists that are not metal artists. This is a rather interesting topic. I'm not even sure who those people are, to be honest. Lady Gaga, apparently they say, is metal that's not really metal. Post Malone. Go figure. Chelsea Wolfe. Okay. Amy Winehouse. I will say this much, even though she's not metal, she is definitely one of my top picks. And the thing is, I didn't even know who she was or that she even existed until after she passed away, unfortunately. Rico Nasty, I've never heard that one. Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish actually has some really good songs, I will admit. Even though I'm not a fan of hers, I mean, her vocals, her music is very, very, very good. Now, I have no idea how to pronounce this guy's name. Scarlet. Yeah, I have no idea. It looks like he's a rapper, so I'm assuming. Yeah, see, there's another one I can't. Yeah. Furderber. Furderber. I have no idea. Pink. Pink is one. Okay, there you go. And of course, 12 rappers that are inspired by rock music. Oh, here you go. This is the topics of people. I guess Eminem is one of those people. Machine Gun Kelly, apparently. Oh, that does remind me. There was a little something going between Machine Gun Kelly and I think it was Slipknot. Yeah, Corey got really vocal. I don't know what he said, but it was. I know it was pretty heated and stuff like that. Little Peep. I guess he likes rock music. Well, it says rock. It doesn't say metal. I think it's. Or was it metal? I don't remember. Hold on 1 second here. Let me look this up. Oh gosh, another ad. I don't want to see your ads. Yeah. Oh, this is ones that aren't metal. Oh no, these are rock music, not metal music. So, but you know, rock music, metal music. Some of it's kind of close to the same, but not quite. Lil Wayne, Tech Nine. Let's see who's some of the other ones. Little Uzi Verde, I think is how you say his name. Oh, here's the one that's wearing a Misfits shirt. Vic Minson, I think is how you pronounce his name. Mac Miller. I'm probably butchering some of the names, so apologize ahead of time here. Let's see here. Interesting. Got a bunch of ads. Oh, here it goes. This is a rather interesting article about a drunk woman that causes $10 million of damage after leaving a Marilyn Manson concert. Sues company that served her. Okay. So she causes damage. Oh, okay. A woman that caused $10 million of damages after driving her car into a house following a Marilyn Manson concert in Canada, now seeking damages from the company at the venue that served her alcohol at the show. So basically, she's claiming that apparently they served her too much alcohol, and she's suing for $10 million from the concert because it's their responsibility. Interesting. I thought that was our own responsibility when it comes to drinking and driving. So I'm surprised she didn't get a DUI or something like that, you know? That's interesting. Here's some interesting. Oh, 1990s, top 90. Top 90. So, they start with 90, of course. Let's see here. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. See, I'm just curious about the list here on. If I can actually. Okay, Nirvana, never mind. So it's rock and metal, both. Oh, of course. Number 2 is Pantera's Vulgar Display of Power as far as albums. Nine Inch Nails is number 3. Downward Spiral, of course. These are all the ones that I know that are big and badass because I'm the one who bought the albums. And I'm the one has said this before, and I'll say it again. Most of the music that I've picked so far has definitely been some of their top selling items. Guess which one's number 4? Metallica's Black Album, which is one I have had. Now, Green Day I never have bought, but I definitely like their music in that album, and it's dookie, you know. Oh, number 6, of course, is my all-time favorite, besides Metallica, is Tool, and it's Enigma. That's the one that I bought. I guess it came out in 1996. And that's one of the ones that is really super used. And Rage Against the Machine was a really good one too. I don't own their album, but I definitely know they got some really good stuff in there, and I really enjoyed it. So is Alice in Chains, number 8. Oh, Rest in Peace is actually number 9. Okay. At least that's what they think anyway. I don't know. Peace Sells is really good, and I love the song. so I can't argue there. But the Symphony of Destruction's album is really good, like Euphoria and Euthanasia, I think is what it's called. Yeah. Oh, here you go. Pearl Jam's number 10 is 10. I guess that's the album, and it's pick number 10. Slayer, Seasons in the Abyss. Judas Priest's Painkiller is number 12. This is all from Loudwire. Smashing Pumpkins is definitely one of those definitely good albums there, I think. Let's see what else we got here. Sublime is number 14. I don't think I've heard much of their stuff. The Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Sugar Blood Sex Magic. I think that's the one that I actually like their music from. Morbid Angel. Oh, there you go. Covenant 16. Now that one I didn't listen to when I was a kid growing up, but I can't believe the Morbid Angel beat Slipknot. That's kind of interesting, but if you're a big Morbid Angel fan, you're definitely the type of person that would love that, right? Slipknot is number 17 with Slipknot, which actually really surprised me because that's a really big album. Oh, number 18, Pantera again, Cowboys from Hell, which came out in 1990. Oh, In Utero from Nirvana, of course, 19. It's not a metal song, but it's one of those popular songs back in the 90s. I'm not even sure. Fugazi, Repeater. I don't know if I ever heard much of their stuff. I might have. I just didn't remember the song. Because, like I said before, I told my son that a lot of the songs you hear on the radio, sometimes you don't always know who it is, but you like the song. Unless you actually hear them say it at the beginning or the end of the song. So you got to really pay attention to it. Sometimes you missed them. Number 21 is Marilyn Manson, Antichrist Superstar, which I do own that one too. Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears. I was never big into Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, I like the music, but I never owned any of his albums, which was kind of surprising. Because he has some really great songs. I think there's a point in my life that maybe I just wasn't into Ozzy. I don't know. Dream Theater, Images and Words, which I do remember that album, and I do remember the song. They only had a couple of songs in there I think that were any good, that I thought were good, but I don't know. I didn't hear the whole album because they didn't play on the radio. It's Pull Me Under and Take the Time, or two of the songs, I guess, in 1992. Rage Against the Machine, The Evil Empire. That's interesting. I think that there was another one that was on there too, and I do remember the songs off of that one, I believe. I don't own that one either, but it was a very big one. Okay, 22 is Anthrax, Persistence of Time. Number 26, Hole, Live Through This. I do remember a Hole. I forget, that's one on my... I don't know if my son's ever heard that. He's a big Nirvana fan, so yeah, he probably might like that. Of course, this one is no surprise. Number 27, System of a Down. 1998. So 99, 2000, yeah, so 2 years after that album was released, I actually got to see them live, and I had never heard of them before. So it took, I don't know if it took them that long for the thing to get really big or not. I don't know. Or it might have been out there and I just didn't know it. So I don't even remember hearing them on the radio, to be honest. Because usually I heard like quite a few different songs, like Smashing Pumpkins, which is the next song or next album. Siamese Dream at number 28. Death, Human. Oh, that's an interesting one. Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't hear much of is Death. And I have heard it recently, within the last few years. And actually, they got some really, really, really good songs. But this is Loudwire, so they probably had a lot more exposure to music that was not in the mainstream radio station playlists and things like that. So they probably didn't make a lot of radio airtime that I know of, at least. I mean, unless it was on Headbangers Ball, of course, which I definitely liked Sepultura at the time, so that's where I heard that, and some Biohazard and some other ones. So those are some of my favorites in the 90s and stuff like that. So Megadeth is number 30, Countdown to Extinction. That's the one I definitely bought and own. Social Distortion. I don't remember any of their stuff, but maybe I do know the actual song. Story of My Life. Oh, I think I do remember this. Ball and Chain and Sick Boys. I probably just didn't know the name. That was number 31. Foo Fighters. Oh, yes, of course. You gotta have the Foo Fighters in there. The Color and the Shape. So these are both metal and rock and roll. Or maybe some grunge kind of rock, or punk rock, I think. Depending on which, different ones. So they got a pretty good mixture of songs that they picked here. Oh, of course, Soundgarden, number 33. Now, Super Unknown. That's one I own, too. I own a lot of these, actually. 34, Korn, Follow the Leader, which I've owned. I guess the ones that were on the radio, I definitely... This is another... Yeah, I don't even remember. This is the Storm of the Lights Bane from Dissension, number 35. Pantera, of course. 36, Far From Beyond Driven. So there's 3. Not just 1, but 3. That's even more than Nirvana so far as the popular albums, which I have no argument whatsoever there, because Pantera is by far one of the best ones. Now, I will say this much. I do know, and I have heard, that the original cover for the Far Beyond Driven album was definitely not the picture you see there. There is an alternate cover. You just gotta look it up. Let's put this as a rather interesting alternate cover. So if you have a chance, check it out. Check out the alternate cover for the Far Beyond Driven album. I think if you Google it, you can find it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to let you figure it out for yourself and surprise me. And if you find out, leave it in the comments below, so that way, if you do find out, you can tell everybody else. Well, make it, how you say, just make it not so vulgar, I guess. That's all I can say. Number 37 is Undertow from Tool, which that doesn't surprise me a bit. I think that was a later album. Yeah, it was 93. I'm not sure if the other one was a little bit before that. Oh, Jane's Addictions, number 38. I remember some of the songs from that. I don't remember the names. Be Caught Stealing, Stop, 3 Days, and Ain't No Right. I guess I'm going to have to go through some of these songs and check them out, right? You know what? That might be a good thing to do, as a playlist of all those albums so people can actually hear it. I think that'd be kind of awesome. Put a playlist on YouTube or something. Mechanical Animals from Marilyn Manson's number 39. It's interesting. So we got the Red Hot Chili Peppers from Californication. That doesn't surprise me a bit there, 40. Actually, the other one from Marilyn Manson, he had some really good songs on there. Dope Show, of course, and Rock Is Dead, and Coma White. I don't think I have that one. I know I have the other one. That might have been one of those covers that was kind of questionable, so I couldn't get it unless you were 18, of course, or something, or you had to have a parent's, consent to buy it, I think, so I never got that one. And I don't think my parents would have got it for me. Pearl Jam Versus. I don't remember some of the songs off of that one. Go and Animal. Rear View Mirror. Okay, number 41. So who knows? Type O Negative. Oh, of course, Type O Negative is one of the bands that are out there that were the 90s that were really, really, really awesome. There's some songs that I'm not too particularly fond of, but there are some that are really, really good. Like Bloody Kisses, I think. I didn't own the album, unfortunately. I don't know why I never bought any of their albums, but I never did. I don't think I did. I might have gotten one. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. Number 42. But they did have some really, really good songs. Christian Woman, that's definitely one I remember. Too Late Frozen, I think I remember that one. Oh, of course. all-time favorite, one of the biggest ones I think are really, besides Slipknot, of course, is Rob Zombie, of course, number 43. Hillbilly Deluxe. I think that was his first album that was with his name on it after going from White Zombie, I believe. That was in 98. So that's interesting. So basically, the record ascended to number 5 on the Billboard 200 chart. Interesting. Carefully. Eventually certified triple platinum by RIAA, Super Beast Regula, and Living Dead Girl. Of course, those are all three very good albums. Making one of the best 10-minute to ever begin an album. Okay, I don't remember what that. I'm not sure if I get that, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, going on to the next one. Rammstein, of course. Gotta have Rammstein. Number 44. I don't know how to pronounce the title. It starts with the S-E-H. And that was in 97. I think it's because it's not in English, so that's probably the reason I can't figure it out. Now, this one's interesting. Children of Boredom, Hate Breeder. 45. I don't know that much about the Children of Boredom, unfortunately. And I'm sure I should, right? It's one of those that are probably not on the mainstream music stuff. Dream Theater, that I do remember. That was 46. These are getting to the least popular or less popular songs. Stone Temple Pilots, Purple, that one I remember very well. It's 47. And some of the songs. Oh, of course, Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion, number 2. And I definitely remember that one because I listened to that one song of that album like all the time. You Could Be Mine, number 48. So yeah, that one I remember very well. Oh, Knock on Heaven's Door for Bob Dylan. Okay, that was one of the other songs. Yesterday, Civil War, Estranged, and Get in the Ring. I think I remember all those because I listened to that album like umpteen zillion times, along with some others, of course. But because I was kind of fixated, I think it's because of the Terminator 2. You know, they had that in the movie, so You Could Be Mine. I think they play in part of the actual one of the chase scenes, I believe. Empire. Okay, this one I don't know either, unfortunately. 97. Anthems of Wiccan at Dusk is number 49. Mayhem is number 50. Is that another? Oh, that's Empire. Okay. Number 51. Queensryche Empire. That's interesting. AC/DC's Razor's Edge. I'm surprised that one didn't make a higher rating because that had some pretty good stuff. Money Talks. You can't. Are You Ready? Shoot of Love, and Mistress for Christmas. I don't remember that song. Interesting. So that was number 52. I don't remember that song. Offspring, of course, number 53. Come Out and Play. Self-esteemed. Keep them separate. Oh, Keep them separate. You gotta love that song, right? Bad Habit, Away. It's rather interesting songs. OTEP. I think I remember hearing that one. I might have heard that at Hamburger's Ball, number 54. Rancid, Come Out with the Wolves. I think I do remember some of theirs, but I'm not certain. Interesting. Oh, here's one of my favorites, of course, is Sepultura at 56. Now, this is rather interesting. The very first song that I heard of theirs, or album, I should say, was Chaos AD. And this actually was before that, so I didn't even know or didn't have any idea until later on Arise was like their first album. I didn't go in and say, oh, I'm going to buy all their albums. I think I bought the ones from that point past that. And this was in 91. So, because I thought that was I thought they started in the 80s, and I thought this is their first album. That's kind of surprising, because I could have sworn that Nonetheless, no, it is. My shirt says 81 on it from Max and Igor Cavalier short. No, it's 84. So it has. So I'm not sure if that's when the band was just founded, and this is their first album, which is kind of weird. So I don't know what's going on, but I guess I have to do some research on that one because I don't know myself on that one, unless somebody else has some information that I don't know. Faith No More, of course, is like one of the all time. Angel Dust, that is like one of those things that like I think is just like awesome stuff. 57. I don't remember if I know the album though. Angel Dust. Hmm. Interesting. I don't remember if I've seen that one. Now, Korn's Korn, of course, 58. It's 1991. That was their debut album. Huh. Basically became the blueprint for new metal, and 94 was a time when darkness was welcomed in the mainstream media music. It depends on which ones you're talking about, right? Blind Clown and the Hidden Daddy. I guess I'm assuming that's probably one that's not in, you don't see it in the album itself. Carcass is 59. I don't know that one at all. 60 is Soundgarden. Bad Moto Finger. Kid Rock. Oh, I remember this one very well. 61. Devil Without a Cause. Oh, Bulldog, I forgot. Cowboy. That's the one I remember more than anything else. Only God Knows Why. Wasting Time. Welcome to the Party. So yeah, there's some songs on those I don't know because I've never. I guess I'm gonna have to listen to all the album, the whole album, not just the song that the radio stations wanted to play. At the Gates, Slaughter of the Soul, because I didn't have. See, that's the thing is when you're on a limited amount of money because you don't have a job, or you might have a job but not. You have other things you want to buy too, like baseball cards and comics, of course. That was one of my big things back then. More comics than anything else, and other things, of course, like certain collectors, like toys and things like that, because I'm kind of a collector of that. Which I think we all grew up with on that one, especially even at my age of 50. Go figure, right? And certain people I know said, "Oh, that's just crazy because that's just kid stuff." Well, guess what? It's a big industry now. So that was at number 62, At the Gates, Slaughter of the Soul, which I don't know that one at all. Foo Fighters, of course, that's 63. That was one that was big then. Oh, Alice in Chains, number 64, Facelift. They had some pretty good songs in that. Man in a Box was definitely good. Sea of Sorrow, Bleed the Freak. It Ain't Like That. That's another song. Number 65, Stone Temple Pilots Core. Interesting. I remember some of the songs there. Oh, this another one, of course. Number what number were we on? The first, the second, the third. No, is it the second or third? I don't remember. Yeah, this is the fourth album, Pantera, number 66. I really enjoyed this album. This is one of my all-time favorites. I know all the original ones are even better, but for some reason there are certain songs on that one are just beyond what I consider just one of those things that were just, I don't know, there's something different, something awesome about it. The Great Southern Trainkill. Gotta love that, right? This is a 96. It's basically where this Pantera found new depths of heavy as the band was reaching critical mass, full entrenched in substance abuse, of course. Reckless Quartet laid down knuckle draggers like in Drag in the Water. I remember that. Nerve War, complete with Philip scattering lyrics of tens. It is a perfect representation of Texas heat, where it hails from. My personal favorite was 13 Steps to Nowhere. I think that was like one of their best songs off that album. I think besides the Great Southern Trendkill, of course, and Drag. I think is the Dragon the Waters was another one. See, this is another one. Suffocation. I have no idea. I'd never even heard the album or the band, to be honest. So I apologize for all those metal fans out there of that group. 67. That was not one of the ones that were on the radio, unfortunately. Or at least if they did, they didn't play it where I was at. I don't think, or else I didn't recognize it. Or maybe it's one of those songs I heard and loved, but didn't know who it was that was singing the song. Rage Against the Machine, Battle of Los Angeles. That was a good one, I'm sure. Um, Ministry. I think I remember Ministry's some of their songs. Jesus Built My Hydra, of course. Gotta love that. See, that's the kind of stuff that I didn't know, who made what. So yeah, I feel bad that I didn't know that. 69, so of course 69. Ah, here we go. Another Sepultura. Sepultura. Roots. Actually, that was number 2. The whole list. Number 70, 96 is when it came out. And basically, I think it was really awesome. A gold standard of thrash after Beneath the Remains and Arise, but founded after their. Oh, yeah. Chaos AD. This is the Brazilian outfit that took things into new territory by down tuning their guitars and slinging riffs drowned in muddy tones. One of my all-time favorites is Roots, Bloody Roots, of course, Spit, and Straight Hate. I think I remember all those. Well, Bloody Roots, I definitely remember because that's one of my all-time favorites from them. Even more than some of the stuff from KSAD. Alice in Chains is the self-debuted album. Is number 71. Dark Throne. Okay, I don't know if I heard. They probably did. I just don't remember it. I don't know. Anyway, I probably didn't know. Oh, 73 was in Guns N' Roses Use Your Illusion 1, which I remember. Oh yeah, Don't Cry, Live and Let Die, of course. November Rain, we all love that one, I think. The Garden, Dead Horse, and Coma. Those are like the ones that they played on the radio a lot. See here, Immortal, that's another one I didn't get to hear because it wasn't on the radio station. 74. So these are the ones that if you haven't tried listening to, like me, you don't know it as much. Yeah. The Dillinger Escape Plan. Calculating Infinity's number 75. I don't know if I've heard any of that. I guess I might have to listen to some of these. Sugar Coat Sour, 43% burnt. So I'm definitely going to have to try to listen and enjoy that. I don't know all the songs out there, unfortunately. Empire, and the Night Side is Eclipse, is 76. Cannibal Corpse, The Tomb of the Mutilated, 77. Soundgar's Down on the Upside, 78. I do remember that one very well. They had some really good songs on there. Focus from Chronic. I think that's how you say that. Anyway, 79. Green Day, Insomnia's 80. Death's The Sound of Preservation is 81. Deftones is 82. Round the Fur. That one I think my son really likes a lot because he plays that one quite a bit. Suffocation. Yeah, 83. That's another one I don't know. 84 Godsmack. I'm surprised that one isn't a little higher because that one was a very good album. It came out in 97, and they have like several very good songs there. Whatever, Keep Away, and Voodoo and Bad Religion. Those are all really good songs. I Hate God. Take as Needed for Pain. 85. Not another one I know very well. Helmet, I definitely know. I probably knew their songs, but I don't know the actual song. Shoplift, $3 bag. I don't know. I probably heard it. Maybe it's hard saying. 86, but it's hard to say it was played on the radio. Incubus, Make Yourself. That one I definitely remember. 87. I don't remember some of the songs on it, but I definitely remember the band. Uh, Melvins, Houdini. Okay. Hey Me, Sky Pup, Joan of Arc, Hoocha. Interesting. 80. I think I remember that. I do believe. Huh. Of course, this one was the one I was talking about. That was before Rob Zombie, White Zombie, of course, which is their, I think their very first album, to be honest, on that one that I know of, unless there was some before that. The La Sexorcist 89, and that's one I definitely owned. I think it's like, yeah, Black Sunshine, Soul Crusher, and Spider Baby. Yep, I remember all those. Now here's Gwar, number 90, Scum Dogs of the Universe. I don't remember any, yeah, they didn't play very many of those. Okay, so that is the top 90 hard rock and metal of 1990s, apparently, based on what Loudwire represents. I don't know, there's some I think should be a little higher, some probably a little lower, because they weren't on the radio stations, but that doesn't mean they weren't good albums. And a lot of people might not know who they are too. You might never heard of them yourself. So if you haven't and you check out their thing, I'll try to make sure I put that on the link to that page on my description down below, so you can just go check that out for yourself. And maybe I can make a playlist of some of the albums on there. That'd be kind of cool, like the top maybe 10 or so. Who knows? Depends on how many songs are in the total amount, because I think I can do 1,000 songs on one playlist on YouTube, I believe. But I usually do it in YouTube Music because that's what I have, unfortunately. So I know it's not Spotify, but boo hoo hoo for me, right? Anyway, I did have a Spotify account for certain reasons, but I'm not going to mention that right now because it might bring up bad blood, or, you know what I mean? It might bring us some hard feelings from some people. So, anyway, blah, blah, blah. I can't say talk right. Anyway, sorry. I was looking at something. So hopefully maybe later on we can get some actual guests on here. We'll see. I'm thinking, like I said before, Purge of Heretics probably, and Lux Lawless. That would be awesome. I know her real name. I'm not sure if she likes to go by that when she's doing her singing or not. I don't know. Um, I'd have to ask her that. She'd probably introduce herself as that, the singer, and some people in her group. That'd be kind of cool to see. Um, yeah, like I said, Glass is one of her new albums or new songs, single that's out there, and there's several other ones out there, and you can definitely get them on both Spotify and YouTube Music if you have either one of those types of accounts. I'm trying to think of some other songs that I've recently listened to that you guys might enjoy listening to. That I enjoy. I will say this again. I'll say it again, more than once. Bloody Wood for sure. King 810, phenomenal group. Um, Nova Twins. They're not quite metal. They're kind of like outside that realm. Um, yeah. So go check all those groups out. Oh, the Who, the Mongolian metal band, not the Who WHO, but HU. Definitely gotta check them out. They're really good. Definitely live performance, and I'm wearing their shirt, the Thunder, the Rumble of Thunder. I don't think I've heard their new album as much as I have some of the other ones. So thanks for watching The Voice of Metal. Don't forget to like, smash, and follow, because the more subscribers, I'm hoping to get the subscribers up there and not down, up, 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 up. We need more people. And then as soon as we get that, get some more people, then, only then, will we get some of the big names, right? Because then they'll know, yeah, I mean business and we mean business, right? You and me and everybody else out there in the YouTube universe watching that enjoy metal music will be a part of our video live series about a little more about the artists themselves along with their music and why they did what they did. Hopefully we'll see what kind of questions come up. You never know. And maybe even some from people that are watching live when the channel grows. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I definitely appreciate each and every one of you. Have a good night. Take care.